Hi, it's the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your May 2016 general readings. I am still using the Gilded Tarot deck, drawing 8 cards for the month, 2 cards for each week, with an additional card as your overall theme and general feeling for the month. I did get a new deck of tarot cards that I have been familiarizing myself with, and I am excited to begin using those, and I will put those out for the May 2016 mid-month readings, so look for those. These are general readings, as I'm sure you're tired of hearing us readers preface it with, but it is the truth. There's so many of you that watch the general readings, and you all come from your own unique stories and backgrounds. So they may not apply or resonate the same for everyone who watches. Also, every month, check your rising and your moon sign as well to get as clear and definitive a picture of the month ahead as possible. There will be some months and some readings where your rising and your moon sign and other readers may resonate for you more predictively than others. Thank you to those of you who continue to watch and listen and subscribe to my channel. I see that the community, the family is growing day by day. Thank you so much for your support and your feedback and all of your comments. I don't always have the time to respond to each of them personally, but I do read each and every one, so please keep those coming. I enjoy them very much. And thank you always to those of you who continue to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. Uh, it is always an honor and always a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for that opportunity and for allowing me the bit of trust to have a momentary place in your life. And for those of you who are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, you can click on the About sign on my channel's homepage, and that will give you a little more detail and information about myself, the services I offer, and my contact information. And you can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I do readings full time, and so I work pretty diligently with you and your schedule to get you readings as quickly as possible. My current turnaround time is around 1 to 4 days, depending on scheduling and time zone coordination for those of you who like live or Skype readings, but I also do recorded readings as well. You might have noticed that my background is changed a little bit for these last few readings for May 2016. I'm traveling around a bit, so you can look for the same environment in a couple of weeks when I return home. So let's get right into this reading. This is for Gemini for May 2016. Gemini, May 2016, the twins. What does the beautiful spring month of May hold for the lovely air sign of Gemini? Gemini, May 2016. Gemini, May 2016. Show me what's in store for Gemini, May 2016. Okay. We begin with the Two of Cups, followed by the Six of Cups, the King of Swords, followed by the Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, followed by the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, followed by the Four of Wands, and as your overall crowning card, general theme over the reading and advice, we have the Hierophant. My goodness, Gemini. I've gotten so many love readings for the signs this month. Not all of them, but a fair amount. It feels like spring and love is in the air, and you seem to be no exception, Gemini. Let's just take a look. It's very clear and very bright. For some of you, I think for the majority of you, like the large majority of you, and actually this is specifically, I think, oriented towards love and relationships. I'm not really getting energy for business, career, finance at all. You can always apply these same energies to that sector of your life, but I can only read the cards the way they come out in the manner that I do, and I'm not feeling much but love and romance and reuniting for you this month, Gemini. So again, if this doesn't resonate for you or you're looking for a different type of reading, check your rising and your moon sign as well. So let's begin. We find ourselves at the beginning of May 2016 with the Two of Cups, followed by the Six of Cups. And Mercury is in retrograde. So somebody coming back from the past. We have the Two of Cups here universally referred to as the Soulmate card. Cups is governed by the element of water, and Cups is a suit all about our feelings and emotions, love, and relationships, and how we relate to just relationships in general, and how we relate to people in those relationships in the world around us. And the Two of Cups is referred to as the soulmate card. Its most fundamental definition is the coming together, the uniting of two entities. In business and finance, this could represent finding the perfect job, two companies merging together, successful negotiation of contracts, and more than just dollars and cents levels. This could be, like finding a perfect job where the commute wasn't long, the finances were good, the pension package, insurance package was good. But again, I'm getting for the majority of you, and this is almost specifically oriented towards somebody coming back from the past. Now, this Two of Cups soulmate card also represents more than just a physical and chemical attraction. This represents a meeting of the mind, the heart, the soul, the spirit as well. For those of you for whom this would represent new love coming into your life, this would be somebody that you would almost instantly feel that connection with. The communication would flow quite effortlessly, and after a short period of time, you would feel as if you've known them for quite a long time. But for the majority of you, specifically, this is going to represent somebody from your past coming back because it is accompanied by the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is primarily a card of reminiscence, looking back, nostalgia. This can represent travel as well. The Six of Cups, as sixes often point to travel, physical travel. This could represent traveling back to see family, traveling back to roots of origin, traveling back to the place and the people that you grew up with. It could mean traveling. Some of you, this could mean traveling with your soulmate or traveling back to see your soulmate. But for the larger portion of you, this is going to represent someone from the past coming into your life. And with this coupling of cards, Gemini, I feel like it is somebody coming back either they're coming, it could be somebody that you had a relationship with from the past and you broke up and went your separate ways. And they're coming back into your life now. This could represent somebody from your past. Maybe you weren't in a relationship with, or maybe you thought about it. They're coming back into your life now. You're realizing you're coming together. You're realizing that you're soulmates, that you have that karmic connection. And for others of you, again, this is going to be somebody that you felt was your soulmate anyway. There was a break, a split, you separated, went your separate ways. And it looks like this month it's all about the past coming back into your life. And it feels like it's a very good, connection. It feels like the reunification is very nice. Again, for those of you who are single, this would represent somebody coming into your life that has the potential, that you feel has the potential to be a soulmate. You feel that instant karmic connection. Again, this could be somebody that perhaps you are not romantically involved with in your past, that you just knew that's coming back, and that connection is made this month at the beginning of May 2016. Now, next to that, it looks like there's going to be a time of consideration and reflection. For some of you, this is going to represent that person coming back that you had a break or a separation or a split with. They're making an offer. You guys are discussing getting back together again, and there's a step back time. Looks like the cards are asking you to manifest the energy of taking a step back to kind of reflect and assess. We have, next to that beautiful coupling of cards, we have the King of Swords, followed by the Seven of Pentacles. And I feel like this is you, Gemini. This is your energy, the King of Swords. Swords is governed by the element of air, and Swords is a suit all about our words and ideas. It's a very cerebral and mental suit, and it's all about our mindset, our perspectives, how we look at things, our ideals, our belief systems. It's all about what goes on up here. And the King of Swords, kings and queens have reached the mastery of their suit, and this king has reached the mastery of the suit of swords, that cerebral mental suit. Would be a very intelligent, and I'm feeling it's resonating for you, but for some of you, this could represent another fire sign, another air sign present in your life, which would be Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. But for the majority of you, I feel like this is just you. You're being asked to draw upon the already inherent characteristic traits of your sign. This king has reached the mastery of the suit of swords. Very intelligent individual, very clear thinking. He has a lot of insight. This is a truth seeker, a fact gatherer. He's all about information and logic. This is not a very spontaneous individual. This is somebody who is prone to be very thoughtful and very methodical, and to weigh everything out, to do all his research before he makes any decisions or takes any decisive action. This is somebody that you could go to who, if you really wanted a truly honest answer, the King and the Queen of Swords would be the ones to give it to you. It may not be couched in the prettiest of languages or sugar-coated with anything, but they will give you the truth as they see it. And they are truth seekers themselves. They have been known to sacrifice their own emotions on the on the altar of what actually is true, what the reality of something is. They will give you the truth and seek the truth uh, as impartially as possible. They can sometimes come across, perhaps you know this, Gemini, as you are an air sign. Air signs can sometimes come across as being emotionally detached, but this card is in the upright position, and you're not. It's just, I think sometimes that tends to be your presentation. But I've often found people who come across that way to people often are quite emotional. They just tend to hold them quite deep and very close to their chest. But I feel like this is you, and you're being asked to draw on your already inherent energies of being very clear sighted uh, in this reunion, or for some of you, this new love coming in. But I think there's more consideration energy in someone from the past coming in, or being a strong potential for reunification and moving forward together again, perhaps in a healthier way. And you're being asked to be very clear. And even though this is a matter of the heart, to try not to let emotions cloud your judgment, Gemini, in considering whether or not you should go forward in this relationship, or with the potential of reunification with this individual. For some of you, this is going to represent you being the person that actually goes to somebody else. Perhaps you were involved in a relationship with someone, there was a break, a split, and you're actually coming back to them to say, okay, perhaps make amends or make apologies if you feel like the bulk of the responsibility for the split was on your doorstep, or just looking to see if there's any potential for reunification. Perhaps there was some maturing or developing that needed to happen on one or both sides, and now that you feel the time is right, you are the one coming back and making the offer to that individual. But I think for the larger portion, it's somebody from your past coming in and presenting themselves to you. And you're being asked to be as clear-sighted as possible, as impartial as possible, or at least not let your emotions and your feelings cloud your judgment, and to really reflect and assess if it's worth investing in, and whether or not it's something that you really want, because that King of Swords is accompanied by the Seven of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is governed by the element of earth. So Pentacles is a suit that's all about things in our earthly, tangible, material, physical environment, things we can see and touch and feel. And even though this is coming across with a lot of energy as a love reading, relationship reading, um, you can just apply those same energies. It's a tangible energy. And it is harvest time on this card. You can see that this woman has planted her seeds, the tree has grown, the fruit has developed, and it is now ripe and ready for picking. There's a ladder leaning up next to the tree so she can climb up there. And she's holding a basket with which to put the fruit, symbolized by the pentacles. But she hasn't begun the harvest yet, because this is a card of reflection and assessment. She's kind of taking a step back, and she's looking at the fruit on the tree, and she's asking herself if what is there was worth the effort she put into it. Has she gotten back at least what she invested in it, if not more? Does she want to pick all of this fruit? Does she want to continue um, to nurture this particular tree for the next season's growth? It's a card of reflection and assessment. And I feel, Gemini, in terms of considering this relationship, again, whatever direction you're coming from in this relationship, whether it's a previous relationship come back and there is the option for reconciliation, even though you feel this is a soulmate, there's some kind of karmic connection between the two of you. For others, this is going to be new love coming in. But again, I feel like it's so strongly connected with the past. It could be somebody that you knew in the past but weren't romantically connected with, and now seems to be the right time. Um, In terms of business and career, I'm not really feeling it, although it could represent maybe perhaps being made an offer or making an offer to a place you used to work at. But in any case, it feels like around the middle of the month or the second week of May 2016, Gemini, it's a time you're being asked to draw on the inherent energies that you already possess, to kind of clearly as possible in matters of the heart, to take a look and figure out, particularly if you had a relationship before, if what ended up breaking the two of you up or causing the split, if those energies are still present, if what needed to be accomplished while the two of you were separate have has been accomplished, and whether or not reunification is possible and moving forward is a healthy, good choice for you. The cards are strongly indicating that that might be the case, because next to that we have the Empress, followed by the Ace of Cups. Very clear message. The Empress, beautiful major arcana card. If I could attach one word to the Empress, it would be fertility. The ground is ripe. It's time to plant the seeds. For any of you for whom this may resonate as any other type of reading, business, new projects, if you have any new paths you want to start on, new projects you want to begin, if you have a job off, the opportunity to move to another job, to get you're being offered a new opportunity in a job, any kind of new beginnings. The Empress is saying the time is right, the time is good, the ground is fertile. The Empress is the ultimate Earth Mother of the tarot deck. She is all about fertility, rebirth, pregnancy, nurturing, growing things. This is also about self-care and self-nurturing as well. In terms of pregnancy and rebirth, some of you may be finding out that you are pregnant. For some of you, this may represent someone that you recently had a relationship with, and you find yourself getting pregnant. For some of you, this just may be pregnancy. You're with your soulmate, and you find yourself pregnant this month. So congratulations to you for that. For the rest of you, and I think for the majority of you, in terms of this reflection consideration period of the potential of this relationship or reunification, it looks like the time is right to plant the seeds for this, to begin to move forward and to take a chance. It feels like very stable, loving, nurturing energy, and it's underscored by its accompanying card, which is the Ace of Cups. This is new love, new emotional beginnings. Again, for those of you who are single and are looking, someone has come into your life that you feel almost an instant karmic soulmate connection with. You're taking some time out to kind of think about it, but it looks like this is the time is right for this. It's a beautiful new union. It's a beautiful new love. It looks like it has the potential. It's an ace, it's the one, and it represents seeds, which still have to be planted and nurtured, but it looks like it has the potential to develop and grow into quite a beautiful relationship and quite a beautiful kind of love, almost a gift from the universe, as it will. For those of you who are considering reunifying with someone, reconciliation, again, it looks like the time is right to have new beginnings, and it looks like they have a lot of beautiful potential. Business and finance, accepting an offer from a place you used to work at, perhaps going into business with somebody from your past. However that might resonate for you, even though I'm not feeling a lot of those energies here, it looks like the time is right for that. Any of you considering new paths, new projects, putting new ideas into action, it looks like this is the month where you have the green light to do that, and the potential looks quite beautiful. Now, at or towards the end of the month, we have such strong love. You have the Two of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Hierophant, and the Four of Wands. Some of you must be getting married this month, or receiving a marriage proposal, or making a marriage proposal. And for those of you for whom that resonates, please let me know. We are coming up on the traditional wedding month, which is June. So at or towards the end of the month, we have the Lovers card, beautiful major arcana card, accompanied by the Four of Wands. The Lover's card, major arcana card. This can represent, it's kind of like the soulmate card with, I almost think of it as a soulmate card with God's stamp of approval on it. Although the soulmate card is more of a personal union, and this could represent a coming together of two entities in business as well. But since the cards are so clearly oriented towards love and romance, we're going to stick with that. This is a beautiful, passionate union. There is no lack of heat in this relationship, although, again, it does represent a sense of soulmate karmic connection, more than just a physical chemical attraction, although it looks like there's no lack of that in this card or in this relationship. A beautiful union coming together, a lot of passion, a lot of sensuality in this union and in this card. Again, a perfect fit, a perfect match. It's just really, I'm just struck at what an extraordinary reading this is for the love and romance energy. So it looks like by or at the end of May 2016, Gemini, it looks like at least the majority of you make the decision to move ahead on the path of love and romance, on the path of reunification, of coming back together with someone that you were involved with in the past. Um, it looks like it is new love and new emotional beginnings for you. And there's a celebration of that at the month, a celebration of this beautiful union. That Lover's card is accompanied by the Four of Wands, wands being governed by the element of fire and air, very dynamic, action-oriented suit, all about change, movement, action, power. The Four of Wands is about the culmination of something, people coming together to celebrate the culmination, the achievement of something. You've put a lot of work, a lot of effort into something, and this represents a celebration of that, a coming together, perhaps a party, an event of some kind. A good analogy for the Four of Wands would be planning a graduation party or planning on going to a graduation celebration, which represents the culmination of a long investment of time, effort, love, labor, money, etc. It's been completed, it's come to a culmination, and you are celebrating that together. There's a strong theme of it being more of a social celebration of coming together with other people who are also celebrating your achievement, the coming together of something. And it does have a strong home and family connection to it, as well, as you can see indicated by the man, the woman, and the child in this. There's also an added theme of unexpected blessings in this too, of things working out to be better than you actually anticipated in some kind of unexpected ways. And I feel like this would resonate quite positively for those of you for whom we're involved, again, with someone from the past who comes back this month or who came back perhaps in the last part of April. And not only do you make the decision to come back together again, that whatever needed to happen in order for you two to be successful together, whatever growth or development needs to happen, has happened, and you decide to begin a new path together. It looks like it's a very good time for it, and it looks like there's a celebration of that, just kind of an overflowing of socializing, being together, celebrating being together once again. Um, the ground is really fertile and ripe for that. And there's also more of a potential to get pregnant this month, Gemini. So if you're not wanting that, well, you know what to do. Now, crowning your card, and I almost don't even know how to go into any more detail about this reading. Crowning your reading is the Hierophant card. Convention, tradition, walking the expected path, crossing your T's, dotting your I's. It speaks of large corporations, institutions. Again, it's traditionally considered one of the marriage cards, particularly, I mean, if you're looking to see if this resonates as marriage or taking a relationship to the next level, you would look for other cards in the reading, like the Two of Cups, like the Lovers, like the Ace of Cups, like the Four of Wands, the Empress. I mean, you have it's 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 almost comically blatant and comically obvious. I mean, some of you are going to be receiving a marriage proposal this month. Some of you are going to be giving a marriage proposal this month. Uh, a lot of you are going to be deepening your commitment. This is going to, you're coming back together with someone. You're moving to the next level in an already established relationship, or when you come back together again, you decide to take it to the next level. Maybe some of you, that would be when you broke up, it was like, don't come back to me unless you come back with a ring. However it works out for you, if that's the case, please write and let me know. I'd be curious to hear that. Whatever moving to the next level of commitment means, whether it's marriage, meeting the family, moving in together, etc. It looks like overall, Gemini, this is a strong love and romance reading. It looks like this is the one. It looks like you're taking it to the next level, whether, again, however that resonates for you, a much deeper commitment. Make sure to take that time out after the beginning of the month to reflect and assess and kind of look at things in as clear a manner as possible. And if you do make the decision to forge ahead or not, make sure that it's really what you want. It looks strongly like it's a very positive month for this, and lots of brightness, lots of love, lots of passion, lots of happiness, lots of celebration, deeper commitment. It looks like actually a beautiful month for you, Gemini. Very, there's almost no negative energy and not even much cautionary advice too, except to try and be as clear thinking about your decision making in this as possible. So Gemini, I hope you've enjoyed this reading. I certainly have. Thank you very much for watching it. Again, for those of you who are interested in a one-on-one reading with me, please click on the About sign for more information, and you can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. And until I see you again in a couple of weeks for the May 2016 mid-month readings, as always, Gemini, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy, happy life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.